Good afternoon, y'all. I wanted to wait to officially start my live video of my 15-day best life plan celebration, self-care walk and move for mental health. Shout out to Girl Trick, who kind of connecting with now, because their mission is aligned with mine. But I started at 12:14 on purpose. I started at the time 12:14 on purpose. I'm Demetria Winters. I'm a Army vet, a nurse, and an author, entrepreneur, as well as a mental health advocate and survivor of childhood trauma, amongst other things. Today is December 14th. So the time I started is 12:14, and the day is 12:14. So in honor of my big brother, Anthony J. Davis Sr., I'm walking for him today. My brother was one of the best men that I've ever had in my life. Even when he was a boy, he watched out for me and my sister during those trying times in a really volatile household. And unfortunately, Anthony died a few years ago, and he should have been 56 years old today. And I'm convinced that my big brother had unhealed trauma just like my sister and I. And it manifests in different ways. You can grow up in the same household. You can grow up with similar situations, and your trauma can manifest in a different manner. So that's important, because what looks like trauma to some people, you don't recognize somebody else's trauma because you keep trying to put people in a box. You can't put people in a box like that. I made a post probably about a month or two ago, and I said mental health is not one size fits all. And I meant that. There are some manifestations that are similar, but it's so different for everybody. And it's not to say that one person is weak and one person is strong. That's not what it's about. It's about different life experiences, different situations. Like, say, for instance, one person in the household could have found healing sooner than another. Or one person with schizophrenia had someone who was kind of familiar and recognized some signs early enough to help that person, and somebody else, things were gotten, people didn't recognize it. People ignored it. How you doing, Roderick? Glad to see you, cuz. What's up, Portia? We're going to have to get back in touch. How you doing, Motivational Queen Wanda D. Hollis? What's up, Izelle? Thank y'all for tuning in. And if y'all could please like, love, or share. I got some company. He claimed he wasn't walking with me today, but I guess that, look, he got his 1044 Pro bar this morning, so I guess he got some energy now. Let's walk this way. And if y'all please like, love, share, make any comments, ask any questions. I'm not afraid to talk about mental health at all. I don't know where I get the courage to do it. It's just some divine higher power Hey, watch it. That's, giving me the strength and fortitude to just keep moving. And as far as, getting a message out there, you know, making sure that not only will I help myself and stay on track on this journey, but help others as well. Because we're really all in this together. If somebody is having a crisis and they're in your general vicinity, even if they're not related to you, guess what? You could be affected if that crisis makes them extra sensitive. So we all have to pay attention to getting people help and healing. My brother, he was a hard worker. He was a grinder. He made sure he fed his kids. He made sure they had a roof over their head. He made sure that they knew him. But one of the problems, he wasn't his best version of himself. He wasn't the Anthony that I originally knew, that had one of the best senses of humor, very athletic. I have no doubts that this man would have been a professional athlete, but his dreams and his hopes got shut down by somebody else's unhealed mental health issues. So when are we going to stop? When are we going to, we say breaking generational curses and things like that, but one way to do that is to acknowledge that we have them and why we have them and what we need to do to get some help and healing. We got to save ourselves. And you're not alone. We could do it together. But if we're always just reacting instead of being proactive, finding ways to make things better for ourselves and others. And sometimes you won't be able to help somebody else. But you know what? You put it out in the atmosphere, and maybe somebody they know is getting healed because you chose to be proactive and put it out there. So I want to wish my brother a happy heavenly birthday. And I'm so glad that he has peace now, but we miss him. We really miss him. Anthony was like an old lady sometimes. He might not always call, but you can bet your money if you needed him and you showed up in his vicinity, he was going to make sure you were fed. He's going to make sure you got somewhere to sleep and you warm. And he was going to make you laugh. And I thank God that I actually get messages knowing that my brother's spirit is still around. If I told you all the stories, you would be amazed. In fact, one major story that's very interesting. I was working in postpartum. That's the nurses that help mothers and babies after delivery until they recover and go home. And I was working in Decatur, Georgia, which is in Metro Atlanta. So our hospital was full in my particular unit. And plus we have plenty of hospitals around that can do that, that have that area. So why, out of all those hospitals, out of all the possibility of nurses, did I get a patient who named her brother Anthony? Not only that, come to find out, she named her baby after her father, And her father and my brother had the same exact name. And they worked together. In the area they worked in, they used to get my brother and this gentleman's paychecks mixed up and had to change somebody's name on their paycheck by, I think, using an initial. I mean, they had the same full name, Anthony Jerome Davis. And so here I am as a nurse for this family connected to my brother, and they pulled out pictures of him at a celebration for the workers. You can't make stuff like that out. That's only one of the reasons I know that our loved ones that we have lost, they are not extinct. They are not totally gone. You just have to be quiet and be still to feel and hear sometimes their presence. And don't think that it's all in your mind. And that gives me comfort. It gives me comfort to know that only the body and not the spirit of my loved one is there. That being said, a lot of us have not only traumas of when we grew up, we have trauma from losing our loved ones. Maybe we had somebody that we could confide in already, that we trusted, that we cherished, and unfortunately they were lost to disease, accidents, or whatever. And you are stuck in your grief because you're not realizing that their body is gone, but they really are not. And it's okay to go seek therapy so you can get on track, maintain, and continue striving on, because one of the things you want to do is you want to honor their memory. And honoring their memory, I feel like that's a part of healing. So if there was something really special about maybe something you did with a parent or a sibling, continue the tradition and share that tradition with your children or your friends. If you don't have children, continue the tradition or do it yourself. If that person loves to take trips, cruises, and you want to go ahead and take a cruise. And while you're on the cruise, put up some positive words up for that ancestor, for that loved one. Put some flowers in the water. It all makes a difference. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. And I'm just here to tell you that I've been hurt so often by loss that I didn't know what road it was going to take me. Now, for me, I already recognized that I needed some medication, even if it was temporary, just so I could maintain using something until I could maintain on my own naturally. But I just wanted to make sure that I talk to y'all about things like coping when it comes to stuff like grief, loss, when it comes to, loss of a job. People are upset about COVID and what's going on. There's always hope. One time I didn't feel like there was hope, a chance in hell, or anything else. But you know what? I was wrong. There's always hope. If y'all need somebody to talk to, I don't mind you inboxing me. I don't mind you leaving a question in the feed. I don't mind you sending a message through my contact info on my website, www.bbqlifecoach.com. And for those of you that don't know, the BBQ stands for Black Butterfly Queens, because I feel like there's a major transformation that a lot of us Black queens need to go through to get back to loving ourselves, or find out how to love yourself if you never knew how. We're all in it together, like I said. I love y'all to life, and I hope y'all have a great day. And I hope you have a great life. Love you. Bye.